Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, December 14th, 2023, 6:30 a.m. And our goal is to help you make so much money that you need a 10-ton truck, as Tammy sings about. Here at Forex Smart Trade, we have some proprietary trading indicators that are very, very accurate, but simple to use, and we do these live trades to show you how simple they are to use and to show you how accurate they are. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we've got going this morning. We first need to listen to this guy, and we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about our program is that we are very committed to staying aligned with you and helping you learn what you need to know in order to do this well. Currency trading is hard, but when you have the right tools and coaching, you can succeed at it. I do 3 live trades a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30, and then Monday afternoon at 3:30. Every afternoon, I do send out a daily trade setup. And when you become a regular member, you get access to a live trade every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern and every evening at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then one of our secret sauces is that we are continuously training. You get better by continuing to learn new things and stay focused. So we've got an advanced member meeting every Wednesday evening, and we've got a back to the basics meeting where we review trade strategies and take questions every Saturday morning. Now, it has been proven that people who work off of a checklist do better. So I have a checklist here. I find sometimes as I'm getting older, things escape me. So having a little checklist helps me make sure I'm ticking off all the buttons. Good habit every day: restart your green chart, clears out the memory, picks up any updates. Another good habit every day is to review the specific trades that you took that day, specifically the ones that didn't go, going back, doing a little bit of an audit, trying to figure out what you missed or why it didn't go the way you did. Now, sometimes you can do everything right and still miss a trade, but the exercise that itself helps you excel. And because our indicators have the simulator in it, you can go back to that specific time and see exactly what you were looking at when you took the trade. Last night on the overnight trade, we took a trade on the Euro USD, and it closed profitably buy trade. So we don't need to spend much time on that. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. We do not trade on the news. Traders who trade on the news are called fundamental traders. But we do want to know what the news is so that we can trade around it. Our indicators are very good at helping us figure out the direction of a moving currency. And we go to see that news at forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into three components. And yellow, which is low impact, which we generally don't worry about. Orange, which is medium impact. I don't worry about these, but some people do. And red, which is high impact. And this morning, holy smokes, we got a bunch of red here. And these are items that we want to trade around. Well, we're past this on the Swiss franc. But in 20 minutes, there's news on the pound. At hour and a half, there's news on the euro. And in 2 hours, there's news on the USD. So, and then again, more news on the euro. So we're not going to trade the euro, USD, or pound this morning. So that doesn't leave us with much, but we will go through the exercise to see if we see anything. I like to be out of the trade 2 hours beforehand. What happens is these when there's a published number or it's pre-prepared before the announcement, it starts to leak and it'll start to impact the currency price within that 2 hour window. So we're gonna actually, let me write this down so I don't forget, because this is too many. So we've got the pound we're going to stay away from. We got the euro we're going to stay away from, and we got the USD we're going to stay away from. We have many different signals, and when we train someone, we customize a trade plan around their availability to trade and their kind of risk preferences. One that I like, that works for me, is the 10-point trade signal. I like to trade it off of a 1 hour chart. I want to be 30 minutes into the chart. And on a 1 hour chart, you can expect anywhere from a 5 to 35 pip move. And my sweet spot's 11 pips. If I can do 11 pips 3 times a day, I'm doing very, very well. Sometimes when I've hit my 30 pips, as you saw yesterday, I will take profit off and let moves run. And yesterday there was a big move in the pound that was able to get 85 pips off of. On a 1 hour chart, I am looking for the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. And the strategy is basically just to get the lines to line up from the 3 different sections. Each section is measuring something different, and when they all line up, that is a higher probability trade that the trade's going to do what I'm expecting it to do. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we've got. Chart I'm trading off of is the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all on the USD. Now, although we're not going to trade the USD this morning, we're going to still walk through and see if we can see what a good setup looks like. I start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. Top section is the TNTs, bottom section is the pressure. So with the majors and minors, red and green line is the major indicator. I pay more attention to what the major indicator is doing, but I still want the minor indicator to support it, which is the black and gray line. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the market's oversold, that's a good time to buy. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. When the market is overbought, that is a good time to sell. And specifically, when the market's overbought, I am looking for the lines to go down, and I want to ride it through the channel. And you can see we've got two down red candles. It turns, then it goes up through the channel, and we've got three green candles. So this is what I mean when within 1 to 3 hours, here's 2 hours, here's 3 hours. And what were these moves worth? So 16 pips there, and then probably 11 pips there. Let's you catch it down here and ride it up. And, oh no, 21 pips. So this must have been more. Oh, 28 pips, 28 pips, 28 pips down, 21 pips up. So that's what I'm looking for. So right now we are reaching overbought and going up. So I am looking to catch a situation like this or a situation like this. A Euro USD overbought, minors still going up, majors sideways starting to turn. So nothing there. Pound USD overbought, sideways on both the pound on the major and the minor. USD Canadian dollar oversold, majors going down, minors going down, so nothing there. Dollar Swiss franc, everybody's going down. We're in the middle of it. We're 3/4 of the way through the channel. Looks like we've got a pretty good support line here where all the candles are stopping. Dollar yen oversold, everybody's going down. Oversold, everybody's going down. Can I get 10 pips here? Yeah, you can when you're oversold. It's just not part of my trade strategy. I am interested in, let's see here. You know, this was 30 pips here when we went from the green line change slopes, less steep to more steep. You know, you could have banged out 30 pips. I don't like to take a trade when we're oversold because I just don't know how many pips are available before it's going to turn. But you know, strategies can be developed that, hey, when I see this setup and I see this little this is a duckbill, upside down duckbill, where here's his beak and here's his head. That when I see this happen, that's worth 10 pips. But again, I don't trade that. So I've cloned this chart. We've got 6 non-USD pairs. So let's see. Again, we've got that news from this morning that on the euro and the pound. So we're not going to trade either. But euro pound oversold. Everybody's going up. We've just crossed the halfway mark, the green line. That's what I'm paying attention to, is the position of the green line. Generally, I don't trade something once it's crossed the green line, it's crossed the halfway mark. Again, I don't know how much more is in the move, and I want to kind of catch it down here and get that first part of the move. So I will wait till I find this versus versus trying to pick it up here. Australian dollar yen oversold, going down. Euro Canadian dollar, minors are overbought, majors are just reaching overbought. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, signal turned and went from over coming down as overbought, and then it changed direction. Pound yen, overbought. Everybody's coming down. We've got the third element. So the three things I'm looking for off of the TNTs are: one, that we were overbought, and we were. Two, that all the lines are pointing down, which they are. And three, the red line is crossed over the green line, is on top of the green line, and the black line is crossed over the gray line. So that's 3 points. The green line is just about at the halfway mark. It's just kind of going over it. I'll consider that. So 3 points here. I like the steepness on the green line. It's greater than 45 degrees. I like that the major and minor lines are clustered. They're all kind of together. And I like the fact that we're kind of in the channel versus like being way above the channel. So 3 points here. I'm going to jump up to my TNTs and count how many of these lines are supporting the sell signal I'm seeing here. Thick orange is going down. Thin orange is going down. So 2 points. Blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. So thick blue is going up. So that's the third line. Dotted blue is coming down, which doesn't agree. That's telling me buy. So 3 of the 4 here. I need at least 3 of the 4 telling me the trade is going in the right direction. And then I jump down to the pressure. And interestingly enough, I think I have very weak down pressure. Green line is coming down, and I think the red line is coming down. The red line is could be horizontal. Can't quite see the slope. I can't quite make out the slope of it. But if you believe this is coming down, this is a point. It's very weak. What makes it weak is the slope of the line, which there isn't much here, and the gap in the line. Now, when we have the setup, so 1 point, 3 points, 3 points, that's 7 points. I need a minimum of 7 points with 1 point, at least 1 point from each section. I would then jump to look at a full chart to see that I have support on the 2-hour and the 4-hour chart that supports what I'm seeing here. And basically, when I say I want it to support it, I want it to be overbought. I want the 2-hour to be overbought, and I want the 4-hour to be overbought. And we have neither here. The lines have turned, but they're not overbought. Here we're oversold. When we're oversold on the 4-hour, that means eventually it's going up, and we're just kind of entering the channel, and it's turned sideways. So this doesn't meet my criteria for the confirmation that we've got a down move here. And actually, here on this chart, we can see the red line is going down. So without the confirmation, I'm going to pass, and then we're also passing because we've got news on the pound coming up. Euro Australian dollar in the channel, it's turned and going up. So I don't like to take trades within the middle of the channel. Sometimes I will on the Euro USD, but I would need to see a much better turn than this. I would want to see this green line kind of going up greater than 45 degrees. And this is less than 45 degrees, almost sideways. So I'm going to pass. Canadian dollar, yen, 3/4 of the way through the channel. Everybody's going down, so nothing there. Euro, New Zealand dollar started to enter the channel and turn, so nothing there. Pound of New Zealand dollar, overbought, starting to go down. Technically, we have the 3 points here. Everybody's going down. We've got the double cross. But if you take a look at the steepness of the green line here, I don't like it. It's less than 45 degrees. So I wouldn't trade this. I'd want it steeper than that. Although we have gone from less steep to more steep. There's a kink in the line. Let's see. New Zealand dollar, yen, oversold, going down. New Zealand dollar, USD. This is a good signal. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Green's on top. Gray's on top. Green line is less than halfway. I don't mind that the miners have run through the channel. Two blue lines going down, telling me buy. Thick orange going up, so 3 of the 4 telling me buy. And I've got sideways pressure. Green line's going up, red line's going down. I want either both lines going up or I want the green line on top. So I do not have the full signal here. And I'm going to wait it out. This is close, but I don't trade on close. I'd rather take less trades with more of them being right, because it's so much harder to come back. Like if you take a losing trade, you're starting in a hole, you have to get back to break even. And, usually if you start in the hole, you're going to just end up at break even by the end of the day. So I don't like to do that. So I would rather pass on an almost trade. I don't need to have the trade. Really, even with just one good trade a day, I'm going to make decent money. Overbought euro, Swiss franc. Everybody's going down. Double cross. I am not crazy. We just about got to the overbought. I prefer it to start on the other side of the blue line, but we do have 3 points here. 2 orange lines going down, thick blue going up. That is a 3 of the 4. Up pressure with green on top, so I don't have the pressure with us. So let's keep going. Got another group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. So 3 points here, but I don't like the slope of the green line. Less than 45 degrees. 2 blue lines coming down, telling me buy. Thick orange going up. So 3 of the 4 here. This is an unusual 3 of the 4. Usually you'll have the 2 orange lines and the dotted blue being in support. The thick blue is usually the last to turn. But again, sideways pressure. Green is going up. Lines are converging, getting closer together. But the red is going down. So I don't have the pressure. Swiss franc yen. Ooh. Everybody's going up, but we're a little bit more than halfway on the green line here. So I'm gonna pass. Euro, yen. I don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Pound, Australian dollar, overbought. Everybody's going down. I got the double cross. but I don't like the slope of the green line here. And I only have 2 of the 4 here. Thick orange is going down. Dotted blue is going up. I want 3 out of the 4 here. Swiss franc, New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, more than halfway through the channel, and it never really made it to overbought. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc reaching oversold. So nothing there. All right, I'm going to change gears. We've got 4 minutes left, and I am going to see if I have another trade strategy. This trade's called the thick orange line. This is a little scalp trade, and it depends on what the position of the thick orange line is. And the thick orange line is a scaled number. When it's as low as it can go, it is at 0. When it is as high as it can go, it's at 10. So I am looking to see if this number is 0. When it's at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the move. If there's no more down in the move, that's a good time to buy. Likewise, when it's as high as it can go, when it's at 10, it thinks there's no more up in the move. If there's no more up in the move, we can anticipate that it's going to start going down. So I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. So 0.9 is within 1 point. So this is telling me buy. When I see this, I want to confirm it by looking at what the position of the red line is on the major indicator. And I want this red line below the oversold line. And right now, the way where it's sitting is this is telling me there's more down in the movement. This is telling me there's no more down in the movement. I want both to agree. I don't want to trade on just one piece of information. So this is a real fast trade that you can do at the top of the hour on the 1 hour chart. So 5 isn't close enough, 4 isn't close enough, 4 isn't close enough, 5 isn't close enough, 7 isn't close enough. I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. 2 isn't close enough. 9, yes. But look where my red line is. He's just entering the channel. I want him way up here. I want this red line where the gray line is. So nothing. 5, no. 0.02, yes. But look where my red line is. He's overbought. I want him oversold. So nothing, no, yes. On Canadian dollar, yen, but my red line is still in the channel. This is telling me there's more down. This is telling me there's no more down. I want both to agree. Let's keep going. 5, no. 1, no. No, 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 no. I'm looking for 0 or 1. 0.3, yes. 0.3, yes. And here's where the red line I want it to be. Red line is the red line on the majors is extended past the oversold red line. This is a good signal. However, I'm not going to take the trade on this today because we have that news item coming up on the US dollar. This is a trade that usually you can think about it when this is at 0 or within 1 of 0, which it is, and the red line is below the horizontal red line. It's like pulling a rubber band. We're going to get a little snap when the candle changes. And that snap is worth 5 pips. But it's off when there's news items coming up. It's off when there's news items coming up. So I'm not going to take the trade, but this is what the setup looks like. 0.54, yes. Red line isn't there yet. 2, no. 7, no. 10, yes. Ooh. 10, yes. And look where the red line is. This is great to get that snap that we're looking for. And you can see it's been up there for 3 hours. 1, 2, 3. And here, we were just touching the blue line. Here, had you taken it, you may have gotten stopped out. It's worth 5 pips. you would have come very close to getting stopped out. We would have used a 4-to-1 with this. But again, we've got that news coming up, so we're not going to trade it. Okay, gang. I apologize that we've got no trades that you can take. I like to reward everyone who attends by giving them something they can make a little money off of. But that didn't happen this morning. We will reconvene again Monday afternoon at 3:30. I will be sending out the overnight trade tonight at 4:15. And if you have questions, you can reach me at the easiest way to get a hold of me is to just schedule an appointment. You can try calling me, but you can see when I'm in the middle of stuff, I don't take the call. Somebody called me while we were doing this. So you can go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, and then you can get a dedicated 30 minutes with me. If you are interested in changing your ability to earn income, these indicators are terrific. I've been trading a little over 4 years. Best thing I've ever done, and I've done a lot of things, and I won't bore you with my resume. And some of the things have been big and made a lot of money, and some of them have crashed and burned. But you got to keep taking swings or taking shots to score points. So this is one that works. That's why I endorse it. That's why I recommend it. So we'll see you Monday. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.